We use the research of Angel Kunov, Vasil Arnaudov and Mihaly Molnar. As seen on the first page of the screen, we see that radiocarbon dating has been done to age the Magura cave inscriptions, by using of course carbon-14 isotope analysis to determine the age of organic remains. As we can also see, we also have information presented in the other passage from the page in red. And there we have information that the guano that was analyzed contains 69% organic matter. And more importantly, it is about research in the sunroom. This room is the room where we have a painted sun and many symbols, many of which are actually letters from the Bulgarian Cyrillic alphabet. There is also a second sample of this guano that was not used, namely this one on the floor. This text is just below the highlighted one mentioned. They used a sample of 20 centimeters from the floor. This is done so that we can determine what is on the floor and on the wall. And we also have information about what happened after the drawings were made. And this is the next page of what was published. I should point out that the entire study is apparently 112 pages or possibly more. But only pages 111 and 112 are available, which are very valuable to us. And we see that the first sample is older than the second, which is from the floor. We see that the age of the guano after calibration is 3,950 to 3,660 years BC. And that guano was apparently accumulated on the floor after that. And the second sample gives us an age of 3,780 to 3,530 years BC. Let's say at least another 200 years the bats inhabited the cave and did what they did. And this also tells us that it is not possible that someone took, say, 100 or 50 years ago guano and drew the meaning. In fact, before that the guano in the drawings is at least 3660 BC. So this is the possible date on which someone could have taken guano and drawn. For this reason and because the guano on the floor is at least 3530 years BC, the earliest date is this one, namely 3530 years BC. But the first sample is older. So if someone added fresher guano from the floor, he could have done it on other samples that were not tested and no sample was taken. But with guano from 3530 years BC. And that gives us information on how old the paintings are. Although it would probably be good to have more samples and determine the age of the guano on most of the large paintings. And here is the information about the Bulgarian Cyrillic alphabet. Note that, according to the author, cannot be older than 6,000 years compared to now. While for the linear alphabet from which the Glagolitic was created, we have 1850 BC, which is much later, approximately 1810 years later. Please like the video with a thumbs up, subscribe, and share.